So if he was actually at 67 cents a square foot, he could sell it, he could sell his property at $1 million. Now, what does the competition call for, right? So you can see here there's a competition section, and there's an update section. After updates is if you're going to add more units, right? That's why it says plus minus units right here, okay? Or if you're going to change the price, you can increase or decrease the price. The the competition comes from this section right here, right? So you can see here that we've got the 10 by 14s and then the 10 by 28s here, and we're calling the owners and we're doing apples to apples. We're trying to figure out what are all the other competitors charging for these two sizes. All right, do they have them, and what do they charge? And so you can see that we have a lot of competition, right? Within like a 10, like this last one here is in 10 miles, but within like a 2 mile radius, you have like a whole bunch of competitors. Okay. So that's kind of what we look at is miles away. And then you can add up the square footage, and you could put the square footage there. You can say, okay, that way you can do basically what you do is you calculate your net square foot per capita, which basically means that you add up all of these competitors, what is their total square footage, and then you can divide that by the population. But you have to get the population as well too for that area. Okay. But you can always look at the competition, the square footage, and say, oh, there's a lot of, you could say like, oh yeah, there's a lot of competitors in this area. What is the total square footage? Is there too many competitors in this area? Is it oversaturated? There is a lot of competitors in this area. Well, you're calling up the competitor and you're asking them, I think, what does she have here? Yeah, are they full or are they not full? So you can see whatever ones answered, they said, no, they're not full. Yes, they are full. I would say most of the facilities in this area are probably going to be mostly full, but not completely full, because it's just such a booming area. And then you can see here that the prices, right? So you can see that we're charging $60 and $100 on our property, and the competitors are charging anywhere from $75 to $130 for a 10 by 14, and they're charging $132 to $200, right? So it comes out to $97 for a 10 by 14, and a 10 by 28 is $160, which is 69 cents a square foot and 57 cents a square foot. Okay. So yeah, so you want to know what the average price per square foot is, and so that you can take this, which on our deal analyzer, essentially these numbers right here automatically go into this right here. So you can see it's the 69 and the 57, which comes out to 67 or 68 cents a square foot, right? That's the more average price for competitors. Okay, for the units. And that number is going right here on the info page. And so this number is really the number. It's one of the most important numbers in your deal analysis. Okay. And so you can see here, now that we've got all this yellow filled out, you can see kind of what the valuations come out to, right? 535,000. And if you at 40 cents a square foot and at 67 cents a square foot, it's around $1 million. All right. So if he was actually at 67 cents a square foot, he could sell it, he could sell his property at $1 million, but he's not at 67 cents a square foot. He's at 40 cents a square foot. So the question of the day is, what should we offer the property? What should we offer for the property? And this is where the financing comes in, right? Obviously, it all depends on how you're going to pay for this thing. Are you going to pay for it in cash? Are you going to get some creative deal structures going, or are you going to have to go to a bank and get a property? Okay. Yeah. So this is what we're doing is we're running numbers based on what your financing solution is. All right. So it really depends on you. I mean, are you going to be able to pay cash for this thing? Do you have 500 grand? Or are you going to have to go and get like, a bank terms? Now, the banks right now are super conservative. And this is back when we ran our numbers at 25% down and 6.5% interest. This is an older lead, couple months. But I would say you right now, you really should be running your numbers at 30% down and 8% interest. This facility is an income producing property. It will definitely not work for an SBA loan, but you can always run numbers on an SBA loan as well too, right? So the bank financing for a conventional loan is going to be around 30% down and 8% interest. So at $510,000, if we could get it at $510,000, then it would be an 18% cash on cash return. And the mortgage would be around maybe almost $3,000 a month, right? So you're running your numbers based on whatever the bank is telling you on this column. Or you could always run your numbers on what your lender, your private lender tells you. Right, if you ran it on if you can get an interest-only loan, right, then your numbers would change, and on the deal analyzer, you can run it either as fixed interest or interest only, and some banks actually offer interest-only loans for maybe the first 6 months or a year now, just to get you to work with them and stuff, okay, and try to help you with your deal and stuff, so you can always ask the banks, like, "Hey, do you do interest-only loans?" But, so that's how you can run the bank or the private financing.
Hey everybody, this is Stacy here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am here to teach you how to get your foot into this industry. You're watching this video because you want to learn how to get started in self-storage investing, or maybe you own facilities and you want to be a better manager, a better owner. That is what I do, is I teach people how to do that. So please like this video and also subscribe, hit the subscribe button, because that's what YouTube wants. So in order for me to get out the word on how to get started in this industry, I really need your help. Again, I appreciate you listening to me, and I'm here to help you on this journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.